Alright, part 2 of Eisenwald Prison for Wolfenstein: The New Order on Uber difficulty. So, after you kill that commander, make sure you hotwire this panel, since it deactivates all the turrets in this section, so that when you make your escape with Fergus, you don't have to worry about dealing with the turrets on the path going down the stairs getting out of this place. I didn't realize what it did. This was a, if you noticed how quickly I did that hot wire, this was the area where I literally had to redo 8 different times because I kept dying in the next area with the soldiers that you have to ambush. So literally that was my 8th time doing that hot wire on that panel. So I pretty much at this point have it down to a science on how to do it. So, but yeah, like every time I did it, it was just like, oh, I can hotwire this thing. I'll hotwire it. But I never knew what it actually did. I always thought it was like, it made it so that like there was a turret that was by this area that you could activate that would instantly kill all these guys. So I was like, you could see I was like looking for like a button to press. But what it basically does is that when you make your way down this this center area, along the pathway there would be turrets that you otherwise would have to shoot to destroy. But if you hotwire that panel, it just deactivates all of them. So it's one less thing you have to worry about when you're making your way down the stairs while dealing with some of the soldiers. So, but yeah, that whole section dealing with these soldiers here, they just kept killing me like 8 different times, well 7 different times. They always managed to kill me because of not being in good enough cover, and they were still able to get shots on me, or while I was shooting one guy, I was getting hit by one of the other guys that was in cover. Any kind of stupid reason. So, but see, like I'm still trying to find, like, figure out like a button that I was supposed to press after doing that hot wire. The only reason I realized what it did, even though on the screen it says inactive, I was looking at someone else's video of this area, and they were on the Wyatt timeline, or no, they were on the Fergus timeline, but they didn't hotwire that thing, so he was shooting these turrets, and I was like, oh, I didn't even remember dealing with those things. So, the other thing I should mention, the one other difference between the timelines is that on the Wyatt timeline, you don't go down these stairs. On his timeline, when you free him, you go back down the elevator that you took to come up into this area. So you don't even go down this circular staircase area. You just go with him back onto the elevator and just go back down to how you got into this area. The point when it's the same as when you have to run from the Hound at the bottom of the platform. You basically run back through where you came into this area, and then basically then the rest of the chapter is the same. So that's one of the differences between the timelines, is that certain areas you progress back through in different ways. So it's one of the times where the Wyatt timeline is actually easier because you don't have to fight all these soldiers. You can just, you just ride the elevator back down. You just have to run from the Hound. So, but yeah, like going down, like where I am now, there is normally a turret above where I was at that I would have had to have shot if I hadn't done that hot wire on that panel. So. And surprisingly, like you would think the soldiers would like try and kill the prisoners, being that they're trying to escape, but they focus on you more. Um, but I don't think you can actually. I don't think that thing actually gets killed because it's getting electrified by the water, and I don't believe you can actually shoot it to do any damage to it. So, um, and then coming to this area, this is the area where I died. I want to say like 6 different times. Mainly because I would end up getting jumped by a bunch of enemies that I didn't realize where they were coming from. The problem, excuse me, the problem with this area is that where I am now, like where I'm looking, there's 2 different doorways that will open up and it will spawn in usually like 3 or 4 additional enemies, and it was one of the times where the first door that opens all the way by where I'm looking, I would usually be up the stairs when it would open, so I would just be getting shot in the back immediately by like 3 soldiers and die instantly. So it took my 3rd death in this area to realize where I was getting shot from. I was like, oh, okay, that door opens and a bunch of guys come out of it. Because, you know, that's video games. These soldiers are just waiting in this random windowless room, just waiting for their door to open so they can start shooting at someone. And, so this was the area I was talking about where some of the concrete walls you can shoot and destroy to take away some of their cover. Thankfully, where I am, this cover can't get destroyed, so it's a better piece of cover. But once you kill those initial guys, you want to be aware of that heavy shotgunner that's come out from that door. As soon as he shows up, you want to get as far away from him, because like any game, an enemy with a shotgun will fuck your day up in like 2 seconds. He was actually one of the deaths that happened because I tried to face him like head on with my shotgun, but he ended up winning that battle. So, and then I believe killing him triggers the other door to open. Maybe because when I go over here to pick up his stuff, I'm getting shot in the back by them. So, and that guy got very aggressive and tried to meet me halfway on my my gang back up to this area. But this set of guys, you want to be careful, because another one of those shotgunners will be with them. But if you have enough shotgun ammo, you should be able to just unload on him and kill him pretty quickly. I wasn't even sure if he was actually dead, but I ended up winning that battle. But once you hear Fergus saying that he needs your help to cover him at the next door, that's pretty much how you know you've gone through all the enemies. And being that I didn't pick up that health pack when I first came through this area, I was able to pick it up that time. Or maybe it respawned, I honestly can't remember. I think it just respawned, being I had died so much that all that stuff was back where it was. But I believe once you get to, oh no, that's right, there's still a massive group of enemies that you have to face here. Uh, this area can be kind of annoying just because of how confined you are, and because of all these little side passageways. If you move up too far, you risk getting a guy behind you. So it's definitely one of those moments where you wanna be very cautious of your surroundings, and not give enemies a chance to get behind you. Like that, how I was getting shot by that guy. But I decided to introduce him to my shotgun and end his day before he had a chance to end my day. So and luckily that was one of those times where that guy caught me reloading, but I had enough time to beat him to the punch and shooting my weapon at him before he could shoot his at me. So and there's usually a good amount of ammo and health to pick up and armor. There's actually a collectible on that table that I picked up that I didn't mean to pick up, but at the same time I was like, ah, whatever, I picked it up, screw it. Just saves me the trouble when I go back through to pick up all the loose collectibles I didn't get. That's just one less I have to deal with. So, but when you come up into this area, you want to be prepared, because when you come up here, one of these dogs will show up, and which way he comes is always random. Sometimes he'll go left or he'll go right. But the reason you want as many grenades are because of these two shotgunners that are in this hallway. Usually 2 grenades should completely blow them up. 2 grenades or 1 grenade and then just putting a couple bullets into them, but the grenades always completely just completely blow them up into tiny bits. So it's better to just use the grenades and save your bullets for the actual soldiers in this hallway. And this is one of those moments where if you can overcharge your health, do it. Especially because of those shotgunners, you know. Any way you can have your health higher than what it normally would be is very good. Be careful when you come down here, because walking down this hallway triggers those 2 guys to come running in from that side room. My first time on normal, they actually ended up killing me because I didn't realize that they get triggered in from that room. So same thing here. When you come down here, be prepared, because usually, I believe from the stairs there'll be oh no, it's from here that dog shows up. I always end up getting jumped by the dog, and I always forgot where he actually came from. Sometimes that soldier will actually come up the stairs too, but sometimes he's in the room, and that guy surprised me. I wasn't expecting him to be right there. But you want to come up into this room, because if you go down that pathway where the dog came from, the door that's in this area opens up, and it's one of those heavy shotgunners. So the last thing you want to be is looking right at the guy with his shotgun facing you. But he really doesn't come through the doorway. So he pretty much just kind of stands there shooting at you. So if you can get a better grenade throw than I did, you can do a lot more damage to him to kill him quicker. But once you come out here, there's only, I think, 2 enemies to deal with. And after that, you just need to jump in the car, and pretty much the level is over after that. And I'll see you in chapter 5.